If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
We're checking out now.
Don't resist, you'll make it.
We're checking out now.
This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
We're checking out now.
Don't resist, you'll make it.
We're checking out now.
I'll try to move them down.
Yeah. How's it going? How's it going, man? Sean?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I got a package here for you. It's about some messages we should probably go over. Do you want to go talk about it outside?
No.
Okay, well, Sean. Hey, ma'am. Hey, ma'am. May I just talk to you outside? Oh, he's fucking spazzing. How's it going, ma'am? Hi, I'm Gordon. Basically, I just want to have a conversation with Sean. He's just,
About what?
You want to come out and talk with us about it?
he can tell you after. I do need to talk to him about something. He's going to his car. Yeah, Sean, that's all, man. Dude, I promise you, we're not here to hurt you or, you know.
It's all right, brother.
Yeah, I promise you, bro.
I just wanted to stop, that's all.
I know. Yeah, we just want to talk. We're not here to put you on blast or tell your wife or anything like that, okay? Promise you. It's going to be all right, man. I promise.
Good dude.
Yeah. Just for everybody's sake, could we just talk on this side of the car? Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah. Dude, I'm Gordon. I'm sorry to meet you like this, bro.
My name's Pete. Nice to meet you, man. Hey, take a breath.
Like, I don't want to go to jail. I just don't want any legal issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, look, we work with honest people all the time. There's a reason we're here, not Kroger. I'll tell you that. Like, we're not here to drop a bomb on your life or anything like that. But hey, I'll just tell you, like, you know, just be honest with us, and I see no issue with any of this, right?
I see we end on a handshake.
100%.
99% of our cases, we end on a handshake and we get it figured out together.
Yeah. Just listen. If we thought that we couldn't get through this, we wouldn't be here to talk to you, okay, Sean? I promise. Can you look at me? I promise you that. Take my hand on that if you don't mind. And obviously, it's voluntary to talk to us. You don't have to, but we're giving you this courtesy if we think you're a good enough guy to get through this with us, all right?
I just want it to go away, okay? It's like whatever this is, I just don't want any legal issues.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look, this is my parents' home.
Yeah.
And I don't want to lose this home. I've worked too hard for everything I've got.
We agree.
Well, the good thing is we are not police, you know. It's voluntary, like I say, to talk to us. We were not here to tell your life anything either, so
if it can go away.
That we want it to go away too. That's why we're here to talk to you about it.
Because it's like, that's what I want. I just want it to go away.
100%, dude. 100%. How's it going, ma'am?
we're good.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, it's just some personal stuff. I'm sure he'll tell you after we're done here, but it's nothing too bad, ma'am. I promise you. Kind of near and dear to his heart in a way, but it's not the end of the world or anything too crazy. But I'm Gordon, by the way. Sorry to meet you like this.
I'm his wife.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like I feel like I should be let in on whatever.
No, he's 100% going to let you in. But you know, in the meantime, Sean, would you just rather talk to us about it? Okay. Yeah. No, it's. I know it's. You know, I know you'll have an unbreakable bond, but it's. You know, man got to handle what he got to handle for at the moment, I'm sure. But I mean, he's going to be more than honest with you after.
I think it's more of a him and you conversation than to try to explain it in front of us.
Yeah.
I think obviously he's a little excited and stuff, and we're not here to hurt him by any means, and he knows that, and so we're just gonna.
Yeah, we'll just be right here on the front, and you know, at any point, if you do have any questions, please just come out and talk to us. Like, no problem. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, ma'am. So we'll just talk to him here. But yeah, no, we'll be right here. Your wife's adorable, Dad. Very cute. Like, it's like you just want to pinch your cheeks.
Reminds me of Jeremiah.
Yeah, your little cousin, right?
Little cousin Jeremiah.
Yes, cousin Jeremiah. She's adorable, Sean. How'd y'all meet? How'd you meet?
Online.
Okay.
For a dating app. Yeah.
What happened?
Zeus.
I haven't heard of that one in
Almost
years.
10 years ago.
Man, back when I had a full hairline, that's when I was on Zeus.
Well, I had
Last year?
then too.
Yeah, well, last year. Well,
Okay, so what is this about?
Well, I think we know, right? I mean, honestly. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see. I mean, let's see how much we actually do want to get through this. I mean, what are we here to talk about?
You said Jasmine.
100%. Do we know kind of the reason we're here to talk about her?
Because of her age.
100%, dear. Appreciate your honesty. How old is she?
12.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know Jasmine's not your wife. So how'd you and Jasmine meet? Was it Zeus? Or?
Basically, it was just a dating app I was on, and she ended up being on there.
What app was it?
I think it was like one of the Meet Easy ones.
Yeah, Meet, Fast Meet, Meet 24. One of those. Yeah. Okay, so she's 12.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been trying to stop talking to her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because she like wanted to meet today, and I'm like, I didn't want to do that because it's like, well, one, I'm 39 and she's 12, and I don't want to go to jail, and I literally don't want to ruin my family's reputation.
No, 100%.
You know, you met my wife. I don't want to
Very sweet
destroy
lady.
her, and it's like
that's why you see us when she came up. We was like, oh,
yeah, no,
we're not trying to destroy that.
Not here at all, man. So how did the conversation kind of go? Besides you say you don't want to meet today, which we appreciate, but
well, it just started off just normal talking. You know?
Sure. Did it devolve into something else at any point, or?
Kind of, and I tried to put a stop to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it's like I don't want to go to jail.
Right.
Okay? I don't want a record. I've worked very hard to keep a clean record, and I got a job, and I don't want to lose that. I don't want to get kicked out of here because if I get a felony, I'm gone from here.
Right.
So that destroys my family and affects her, and I don't want that.
Of course.
That's why I kind of like, you know, she did want to meet today, and I'm like, oh,
Well,
And I'm trying to like, I'm like, look, I'm 39, you're 12. It's like, you should find somebody your age to talk to, not me.
Well, and that's why we came here to kind of put the end to that, because obviously with her, we know. And so with you just saying, I don't want to lose this, I don't want to, because we understand things probably got carried away. We don't want you to take that next step. So that's why we come in, we come talk to you and kind of get everything addressed, make sure that we kind of put a stop to it.
I just want it to end.
100%. So did we at any point get carried away during the conversation at all, or?
Just a little bit, and of course, you know, that's partly my fault, and I'm gonna take ownership of that.
Appreciate it, man. What happened? Like, how did we get carried away?
Pictures mainly.
Why?
But nothing like nudity, no nudity at all.
Okay. So I know she didn't send any nudity. Did you send nudity?
No.
Okay. So if I were to flip through these, I wouldn't see any pictures at all. Are you sure about that?
So you did see it? I thought it was part, because the way it works, and I'm like I said, I got a little carried away.
Sure.
I'm being honest here, 100%. You know, I don't want this to come back and bite me legally.
Right.
But like I said, I regret that decision.
No, and obviously when we see someone who has remorse, someone who feels like a certain type of way about it.
And you see me literally on the verge.
Yes,
you
yeah.
know.
So we see that you're actually redeemable. We see that you care. But I just do want to verify, like, was this yours or a child's that was sent? Okay, got it.
So it's just,
You got to be careful with that, you know.
Because, you don't want that coming back to get you, you know.
Right.
And that's why I just want this to stop.
Okay, so
Because it, for her sake and mine, you know, kind of like.
yeah, but both of y'all could kind of it probably isn't the best idea for either, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, and it takes two, man. It really takes two. I promise you. It's not like, you know, if all the messages were you and she was like saying, leave me alone, it'd be a little bit different, right? But it takes two. She's not 5 or 6, she's 12. It's I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but obviously,
It's not okay. And it's
but
like,
it's a little bit different than 5 or 6, right? Right. So
but it's like, I just don't want my family to know, you know, my parents to know, because it's like, I have a reputation and I don't want to destroy it.
No, you have a great
over basically a mistake.
I don't think a mistake should be the end all be all. So, okay, so you confirm this isn't like a 10-year-old. This is your.
Right.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, we were actually a little bit concerned about that because
No,
we thought
I do not. No.
we didn't want to print it off, and we actually talked about printing it off. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah, we deliberated. We took a vote on it.
Yeah.
Our shareholders even were like, "Oh, guys, what do y'all think about this?"
Yeah.
We were sharing it with all of them, and like, "Should we print this?" And it's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, exactly."
Could we be in trouble for
Right.
CSAN?
So,
100%.
So how does this end?
So I do kind of want to go through some of the messages here.
I know, and they're not. I just want it to end. That's all.
Okay.
It ends today. I mean, regardless.
Right.
Is there going to be any legal issue?
I mean, we don't have handcuffs. I mean, I don't see that. You know.
As long as it's not going to involve the cops, it's all I'm asking. Because I don't want a record.
Yeah, Sean, we'll say this. Obviously, we didn't come to your house thinking you're a bad person. We didn't come to your house. Like, if there was tons of history of this, we wouldn't be here, you know. We wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? We came here because we want you to be on the right track. I know you're 39, but you're still young, okay? You're married.
Young, dumb, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
Dumb,
Well,
dumbest mistake.
a little bit, but it's okay. I mean, we're not the smartest. Okay, so I do. Were there any times where we talked about where you and talked about doing stuff together, or
Yeah, that was dumb, and it's just me talking. I wasn't going to do anything.
what did she talk about with you with that?
Like that, maybe intercourse, but I was not going to go there because I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. You know, I'm not going to do that. Because it's like, I don't want to destroy my life.
Right.
You know.
I saw talk about like, or someone talk about like receptive intercourse.
Yeah, that was talked about, but nothing was going to be done.
What was the context with that? Or
I don't really know the context. I was just
what can you remember about
not
why
really
we said
thinking
anything?
about it, you know, because at the beginning part of it, I thought, okay, you know, if that happened that way, you know, she wouldn't get pregnant and all. But
Yeah.
you know, but
Wish more people thought like you.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like I wasn't really gonna do anything, you know,
Sure.
because it was just talk.
Mhm.
Because it's like I wasn't really even wanting to meet up with her.
Right.
The more I thought about it, I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. You know,
Was there so when you what do you mean when we say the more we thought about it?
the more that it's like I looked at it like I could. It's like I don't want to ruin my life for this. I mean, that's mainly what I was thinking of. My job that I worked very hard to get.
Yeah, are you a manager at Kroger now, or
No, I'm a cashier, but I still worked hard to get that job.
How long you work?
3 months. And, But it's like I worked other jobs, and it's like
Moving right up.
I've been trying to. This is my parents' car, and we've been paying on it. This is their house, and I don't want to lose any of it for any stupidness.
right?
On my
100%.
part.
What were you doing before Kroger?
I was working at Sam's Club as
Okay,
a cart getter.
so you kind of switched gang affiliations there.
Yeah. Well, that's because I was suffering at Sam's.
Oh, did they make you get something, or
No, it just I started having like stress and
are you?
yes.
Okay, so yeah, no, I'm sure it's just totally normal for a 39-year-old. But how many vaccines did you take?
Just the first dose and second dose.
Okay, got it. So we appreciate that you kind of came to your, kind of like this. You made a very fatal mistake and then came to your senses.
Right. It's like, I don't want any trouble.
No, we don't think that's something you need. But does your wife know anything about any of this?
No.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, Sean.
I'm gonna have to tell her. I get it.
Dude, I mean that's totally on you. But obviously, I think reading these messages isn't too productive for anything, is it? I mean, we know. It's like who cares? But I think what needs to be addressed now, especially with us, is that how did this start for you? And I'm not talking about with, but I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's kind of get to the source. We got to go back some years here, I'm sure, but
Like, how much of a record do you have on me?
I think that's irrelevant at this point. I think if you're going to actually care about getting this addressed, I think you should pretend we have no record on you, which isn't true, but pretend we have no record and tell us how this started. Because I think
Basically, what it was is I just started trying to get new pictures of women,
okay,
regular women.
how long ago was this?
About a good 5-6 years ago.
Okay, sure.
I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's been a while.
Yeah, fair enough. No problem.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I've been on these dating apps and stuff like that. And yeah.
Okay, so when did it start to dip into the underage stuff?
I was not really aiming for underage.
Oh no, there's a difference between aiming for it versus falling into it, and I'm not asserting you aimed for it.
It's like it started kind of where it fell into that, like by accident, because these girls were on there, you know.
Like how many years ago are we talking?
This actually only happened in the last, I believe, year or so.
Okay.
Because it's like I try not to. It's like I don't want to be that guy. You know?
Right, but when you're on the internet so much, it's hard to.
But it's like I'm truly not a pedophile. Okay.
We didn't
Because
come here with that.
I don't want that label.
Right.
You know, I did stuff stupid.
Right.
You know, everybody makes mistakes, but
100%.
I don't want it to cost me everything I've worked for.
I don't think it should. So you said in the last year. So what app did it start on for you?
Like Meet 24. You know,
Okay.
that one.
Any other ones? Or what other ones, I should say?
Mainly just the free downloaded apps, ones, like Fast Meet, stuff like that.
Okay. And that's where we came across underage profiles.
They basically were saying they were 18, and then they turned out to not.
They bait and switch.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many of these? Is it fair to call them bait and switch profiles?
Right.
Okay. How many of those? And I know you don't have an exact number, but ballpark me. How many of these profiles have hit you up?
Probably about a good 50, maybe.
So 50.
If you add up the apps.
Right. So 50, they message or you message with the assumption that everybody's an adult here.
Right.
And then they hit you with, I'm underage.
Yeah, and then I then I try to basically, when I get that, I go, okay, do you live with both your parents or just one? You know, try to keep the conversation as clean as possible.
Of course. So who usually, obviously, just being honest, we haven't done the best job of keeping it clean. So who usually takes it in a dirty direction, you or the kid?
I'm not exactly 100%.
Okay. Well,
It could be 50-50.
that's kind of what it seemed like here. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like, I don't want this kid.
Okay.
I don't want that family, you know, because it's like, I don't want to lose anything.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
You already know, and that's why we said when your wife came out, we didn't tell her, we're not here to let your family know. So
It's like, I just don't want a record.
yeah.
No, we don't think you're a guy who should have one.
No.
And this is not an act with me putting on right now.
No, we can see in your eyes, dude. Sean, let me tell you, man, I promise you, we've seen acts before and we've seen people who are genuinely remorseful. I promise you, you're genuinely remorseful, bro. I understand. Like,
Because it's like, I've not even had a speeding ticket or any moving violation.
oh, well, I guess you're a better person than I am.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
you
know.
It's just, I haven't had a record at all.
Right.
For anything. And I don't want one because then that's going to ruin my life. It's going to ruin hers. It's just going to be a stain on my family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
Yeah, no, we don't think that should be a stain. Okay, so look, obviously, I think we're on the same team here when we care about the well-being of kids, right?
Yeah.
We're on the same team. So kind of gauge for me on these apps, about 50 of these girls, right? All girls, some boys. Give me a break.
It's like mainly girls. I don't know if they're boys.
Okay, but what are they
honestly,
representing themselves as?
Girls.
Girls. Okay.
You know, because honestly, did you really know who really
Not
is?
until you meet them, yeah. Not until you meet
know?
them. But what ages do they say they are? Like, what are the age ranges they've given in the underage range?
Some have gone as low as like 8. And I'm like, okay, no.
On the apps?
Yeah.
How crazy are these 8-year-olds?
Yeah, no.
Okay. And it's just,
What, like honestly, like what are these 8-year-olds saying? Like, what are they crazy ones sending pictures?
they're the ones sending pictures I'm
No
not
way.
asking for.
What
Wait,
you gotta tell me
well,
what
hold
pictures of has an 8-year-old sent? That's crazy, man. Because I got a niece, dude. Holy.
And I'm just telling you the truth.
What is-
you
what
want
is
me
an
to be
8-year-old
honest,
sending
and
Yeah.
she sends pictures of the downstairs area that I did not ask for.
Wait, when we say downstairs, I'm not good with metaphors. Like, what are downstairs? Seriously, like, what do you mean?
The downstairs area.
Oh, like
Yes.
Oh.
That I did not ask for.
an 8-year-old sent that?
Yes.
I
I immediately deleted that conversation because I'm like, I was not looking for that.
What in the heck? What app was that on? An 8-year-old was doing that?
Meet 24.
That easy, huh? Holy.
And it's like this is why I don't like. This is why I'm trying to get myself. I'm trying to stop.
Yeah, it's like a cycle of man. Yeah, definitely.
You know, because it's like you guys are here, so obviously it's gotten to a point.
Sure, but
At some point, I don't want it.
right. But let the buck stop here, right? We're on the same team with that, aren't we?
Yeah, because it's like I don't want an arrest record. I don't want anything. It's just okay, all right, yep, all right. So now I've hit my bottom on this.
Mhm.
Okay, let's just stop and.
Do you think like them sending those kind of pictures is kind of what led us down this road?
Probably.
Okay.
This kind of makes you curious. I mean, when something's thrown in your face so much,
Right,
like,
but
me and him
it's-
both. You throw chocolate cake in front of our face every single day. Eventually, we're gonna.
Yeah, it's
Indulge.
yeah, it gets normalized for sure. What percentage of these girls do you think send these nudes?
I would probably say about maybe 10%.
Okay, so a handful of underage kids who sent nudes your way. Okay. So just be very honest, and I get it. When you're caught up in the moment, you can make split-second decisions that aren't the smartest. I mean, you've seen work accident videos where one wrong step, it's all can go to shit, right? It doesn't mean they're dumb. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means a split mistake doesn't define who you are. You know what I mean? So how often are we sending our back to these girls?
Not. It's like not on that app at all.
Okay. Well, what apps have we sent it back to them on?
I mainly have not really been sending them to underage girls.
Okay. How many underage girls do you think you sent it to?
Maybe 3.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot worse.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like I felt bad about it. You know, it's like I'm being honest here. I don't want a record. I just.
Well, and I think a record's not going to do anything, you know, as far as moving forward. Moving forward is getting help and trying to eliminate the problem. And that's what we're trying to trying to unleash and get the problems out.
A conviction will ruin things.
Right, but it doesn't help the
we're
issue.
Not here for that. We're here to get to the bottom of the problem.
You're basically here to try to figure out, okay, is this a trend or is this just
Well, and I think try to find some of the people that's bringing you into this world.
Right. Like basically it's you know, if we see you down in a hole, you know, I don't think we should kick you further down that hole. We should give you a rope to climb up so we don't have to be in that hole again. You follow what we're saying?
See, because this is why I didn't want to meet her.
Because
I was afraid of something like this kind of confrontation type thing, you know. And I didn't want any of that because I'm like, look, you're 12, I'm 9, this isn't right, you know, we should. You know, and you read that message thing.
I did. I give you credit for that. That's why we came here.
To say, look, I don't want to. It's why I didn't want to meet her.
Right.
Because it's like, look, I work. I got a job. I'm trying to keep this place. It's like if I get convicted of a felony, I'm out of here.
Right. 100%.
And it's like, and underage, that will get me. Not just a record, but it'll also label me as
stigma, right? Yeah.
And it's like, that's not who I am.
Okay. So what do we think? What do we think it is that causes us to send messages like?
Yeah, I know.
You know, I would like to see all of the undies. Yeah. I'm trying to get you to help me.
Yeah.
Us
basically,
talking, sharing pictures.
Me being stupid. Okay, that's what it is.
Right, but like what hormonal things were we feeling at that time? Because
I was horny at the time. Okay.
Okay.
To be honest, I was, and that's mainly where I don't think straight.
Okay, but I do gotta ask.
And I do feel bad about it, and like the more, and it's like looking back at it, I'm like, why was I that stupid?
Right, and when I ask this, don't think it's trying to antagonize. Obviously, trying to diagnose and then help.
Because I do suffer from.
Oh yeah, I can tell you. We like to move. I don't know why I'm so fat. I move around all the time, but you know, Sean, do we send any messages like that to guys at all?
No.
Okay, so something about these 8 and up, something about it's making us horny. Something about us. It's
not really making me horny.
Well, let me explain here. When I get you know, sure, I may not get directly from what I'm looking at, but I may get some nudes or whatever of chicks, and then go off that. But I don't. When I get then look at, you know, videos of gym bros, and then get a, you know what I'm saying? So, what about those? What about those chicks of that age gets you going or continues to get you going?
It doesn't really get me going.
I wouldn't ask that if it didn't get you going. So, just what do you think it is?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't narrow it down, and I'm being honest with you.
I'm trying
to look right in the
I got
eyes,
you.
So this way, it's not me lying.
I know.
Trying, you know.
But try to explain. I know it's going to sound probably not too flattering, but it has to be something, man. So what do you think it is?
I don't know, because it's like up here, it tells me it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I've tried to listen to that. It says it's wrong. It's like,
well, even then, that shows that it really is something that gets you going. Because, you know, when I look at my girlfriend, I could tell you, man, she has like some nice lips, beautiful eyes, you know, nice little curves and all that stuff. And I can tell you that's what turns me on about her.
I've never ever done anything with her.
We're not asserting that, but I'm asking you. I can give you reasons why my girlfriend turns me on. So what are some reasons that this stuff continues to turn you on? Because I listed some reasons there. So what do you think it is?
I don't know. It could be subconsciously. Maybe because you've met my wife. You see how small she is.
Mm-hmm.
You think that maybe could be triggering subconsciously? Maybe.
Do you think maybe? Do you think it's more of like an appearance thing, or kind of like the you're in control thing?
I don't think I'm in control. That's the honest truth.
Okay, so what do you think?
Because if it's gotten to here, obviously I'm not in
right,
control.
there you go. But what do you think it is about their appearance that could?
I'm not really sure. But all I know is that it's like I know I don't want to do anything with an underage because of the fact that it's like my brain clicks in and goes, but you do realize you don't want that.
No, I understand, but I guess what about for example, gets you to send that pic to her? Because you wouldn't send it to a guy, right? So what about do you think it was?
It's probably because she is beautiful. You
Okay.
know, and I'm gonna be honest with that.
That's fine.
But like after I did that, I was like, why did I do that?
Right.
You know, because it's like she's too young, and I don't. And it's like that's the other reason why you also got that other message of not wanting to meet her today.
Right.
Is things good with you and the wife, like as far as intimacy?
Well, she had a bad hip, and it's bone on bone for her.
So it's kind of got to outsource the pleasure.
Yeah, and I did it stupidly.
Hey, no problem.
Because what I used to do was watch, just regular.
Of course.
Then when I got onto one of those apps and I was actually talking with grown women and they were sending me those nude pictures, that avenue I tried, and
did we get a little bit carried away and maybe save some of the pictures they were sending?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah. Have there been any? I guess how often, or have you ever come across times where adults have tried to like pimp their kids out or anything like that on some of these apps? Okay. Help us with that, because obviously those are some real people doing bad things. Like, kind of point us in a direction we can go with that.
It's been on that app.
That app.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Where it's like you talk to them and they go, oh well, if you paid this money, you can have this with my,
Have this with my.
like have with my daughter and stuff like that.
How old are their daughters usually?
Some they offer up 5-year-old, all the way up to like 14.
How often are they selling pictures of their kids?
I haven't paid for it.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking how often are they selling that stuff?
I don't know. I don't know how often they're selling it because, like I said, I don't buy it.
Well, have they tried to solicit you to buy some of that stuff?
Yeah.
So how does that conversation usually go?
They usually say send about $75 to $100.
Oh, tremendous!
Yeah.
What a great investment that is.
Yeah.
Are those like NFTs? They go up in value as they get older? Or?
Here I am. I'm sweating bullets inside.
Dude, well,
Where's the most comfortable people?
The only reason, dude, is because we know that you're going to be good. So, like, and I know us saying that doesn't make you necessarily believe it, but we know fully in our hearts that, like, you're fine, dude. So, like,
all I want to know is that there's not going to be any legal trouble coming out.
I mean, I have no handcuffs. Do you have any handcuffs? Can I check you? But
Pat me down.
yeah, let's,
Give me the old.
I hear some click. Oh, dude. Well, he has this thing. This can. Buddy.
But you know what I mean, like cops getting involved.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Because it's like I will tell her. It's just I know she's worried about this because you got two guys show up out of the blue.
Yeah.
She should be worried. I mean, she should be worried just for
She's
your
more worried about my safety.
Absolutely.
Right. I promise
As
you.
you can tell, we're pretty comfortable. We're not here.
Yeah, but dude, you got to tell. I mean, you're kind of a knucklehead, dude. Like, you got to tell us. I've been blackmailed over nudes before, and you are 13. Well, what the hell happened when you sent a nude to somebody? You got blackmailed with that.
Actually, I sent it to an adult.
Okay.
And the way that went down, it happened on WhatsApp. Okay.
Oh, genius.
The way that went down is that they asked for it because they sent me one.
Right.
Adult.
Yeah, of course.
And then all of a sudden they turn around and blackmail me like, oh, I'm gonna post it on Instagram, and they're gonna
Tremendous.
yeah. And then there's times they'll send like a picture showing me, you know, a normal picture, and then like the full thing, like what they're gonna post.
Got it.
I've actually had somebody call my wife.
They actually found her number?
They got her number through her Instagram, her TikTok. They were messaging us, basically saying that they were going to go to the cops and report me as a.
How much did you pay them?
I didn't pay them a dime.
Okay, so hold on. So was that a different situation than the
Yes.
time you got blackmailed? So what was the time where they said they were going to report you?
Basically, I was talking with this girl. At least I thought she was a girl. You know, she was old enough.
How old was she portraying herself as?
She said she was 18.
How old did she end up saying she was?
She was 18.
Okay.
And then she was having her sister talk to me.
Oh, okay. How old was the sister?
About under 10.
Okay.
But the way the thing did, it's like they were saying if I gave them money to get like a gaming thing for them,
Steam card.
Yeah.
you know, that her sister would send nudes, and I'm like, I didn't ask for that.
Okay.
And
Well,
as soon as I kind of wasn't even going to do that, all of a sudden the messages started popping in fast, you know, saying, this is the mom, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
you know, and then started calling me, found my TikTok and messaged me through TikTok, then messaged my wife, called my wife on her phone, and actually left her a voicemail.
so when these girls, underage girls, have sent nudes to you, I mean, do they usually send it like is it a link to their pictures, or is it just their pictures in the chat, or is it kind of both?
It's just their pictures in the chat.
Okay, so what's the typical nude one sends? Like, I know you said downstairs area, but what's the typical one like? If that is, or yeah.
There was one that was sent yesterday that I didn't even ask for.
How old was that girl?
She said she was 14.
Okay.
I said I didn't ask for it.
Fair enough.
Because what I asked her was, you know, when she sent me a regular picture, I said, have guys on here ask you for nude pictures.
Right. You're seeing how the other guys are, of course.
And she goes,
Right.
And she goes, yes.
Okay.
And then no sooner than I said that, and I was like, what did you send them? Kind of like just asking the question, did you send them? And then she sent that picture.
What was that nude of?
Basically up here, like a little, you know, I don't know,
Like a little,
just kind of like a side view.
Okay. Did it have her face in the picture?
No.
Okay.
It was like from the neck down.
Okay, fair enough.
And for that, I was like, I was done with that because I kind of got, it's like, because I didn't ask for it.
Right.
And it's like, usually I only ask that because it's like, because I've been being told by girls on there, oh yeah, well, you know, you haven't really been asking stuff. There's guys on here that ask for way more than.
Right, you're kind of tame in comparison to a lot of these people. Yeah, no kidding.
And that's because it's like, I don't want this. I don't want this to be me.
Do they ever send you like links to go to other apps?
No.
Okay, because we saw at one point, what's Telegram like?
I have no idea what Telegram's like. It was a chatting app.
Yeah, because we saw you got rid of it, right?
Rid of it. I got banned on it.
Oh yeah.
For something I didn't even know I did.
What do they accuse you of?
I don't know. I couldn't find out. It just said I was banned.
Okay. Well, realistically, do you think what was happening do you think what was happening on Telegram with people in your account was probably the best stuff, or do you think it was probably a little bit inappropriate?
I don't know if it was like inappropriate, because it's like I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Because all I know is that someone could have easily gotten my number.
Well, what was your experience on Telegram like?
I did not like it.
Why is that?
Because it's the type of app that I didn't really feel comfortable using it. Because you know, I didn't have the protection from me.
What made you uncomfortable about the app?
The fact that it's like if you send a picture, you can't really just do a one-time view. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Kind of like, you know, where it protects you a little bit more.
Yeah, on Facebook and. What would people send you on Telegram?
Nudes.
Okay.
And I had a lot of blackmail come from that.
I'm sure, because Telegram's pretty, unregulated, dark web, whatever. what were the age ranges of the nudes that people sent you?
They were adults. I wasn't talking to kids on there.
Okay, well, if we got banned on Telegram, that's probably a little bit different from what happened. I'm just asking. I'm not asking what you asked for. I'm asking what people sent you, if you know the difference.
I'm not sure what they sent me. I can't really remember that far back.
Okay, well, was there anything on Telegram where you're like, this is way too young, get me out of here? Or?
It's like, I don't remember ever asking for like young.
Right. We know you're not asking.
Right.
Were they adding you to like groups or?
I would get added to groups out of the blue, especially on WhatsApp too.
What languages were these groups in?
Some were English, some not.
When we say not, like what languages can you identify?
Probably something like that.
Okay.
Because it'd just be like writing on there.
So we're in this group, like was it like pictures, videos, or both?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because it's like, but I would try to leave that group.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because it's like, I mean, it's like when you get added to a group, it's like I didn't want to be added to it.
Right, and how does any know you?
And what were you seeing in those groups that was like, oh, I gotta get out of here? Not we're asking for.
Right. How could you
Stuff
ask?
that made me uncomfortable.
What made you uncomfortable about it?
When you get nudes on those apps, I don't really enjoy it.
Right. Right.
Because it's like, it's not really something that I want. You know?
Got it. So in that group, was it mostly boys or girls they were posting, or was it kind of a combo? Or
I think it was a combo.
Okay. So I understand. I mean, dude, I'm a guy. I love me some adult nudes. I think we can all agree on that. But what do we mean when the nudes made you uncomfortable? Like, what are we what are we
It's
talking
like
about?
when you just see so many of them. It's kind of like, you know, it's like in a chat like that, you just see too many of them. It's kind of like, okay.
Okay, but Sean, I'm sure you know that aren't the most. They're not the most. They don't really care about the age of consent too much. I'm sure, as you understand.
Right.
So, what were the age ranges they would post in that group?
Probably like the ones that.
Saying you were getting on Meet 24.
Yeah.
So, what's the lowest you saw in there? And because this is obviously a group we want to get into and try to identify some of these people. So, like, you know, we're not going to say that we got it from you, right? But what would you think is the lowest age you saw in there?
Probably around 5.
Around 5? Okay. Were these like videos, pictures, or both?
Probably both.
Okay. What happened to video of a 5-year-old?
I don't know. I never clicked on it.
No, Sean. One thing, you know, obviously know we're very fair people. I wouldn't ask you something you don't know. But it's pretty much, look, dude, if that house burns down next to you, I know you didn't do it, but I ask, hey, man, what do you know about that house burning down? And, you know, you've seen the video of happening, right, where, you know, they say and all that stuff. Is it pleasant to you? Right. So, I'm not asking you to. I'm not going to ask you. So, did you make this video of a 5-year-old? Because I know you didn't do that. But viewing it for whatever reason, that's happened. So I'm asking what happened in the video. I'm not asserting you liked it.
I'm not exactly sure what happened in that video, right offhand.
Okay. Well, what can you remember?
That it was just basically.
Like, was the 5-year-old alone, or was somebody else, or?
I think it was with someone else.
Okay. What are the genders of the people involved?
Probably both female.
So it was So was this 5-year-old with an adult female or another kid, or?
I think it was another kid.
So what happened in that video?
It was something about like how I guess they were just having them playing.
When we think of that, we think of like Legos. Like, what do you mean by playing? Like, it's not. I know you don't condone it, man, but I hate to re-traumatize you, but
you're truly going to help save kids.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. If we can narrow that video down, I mean, dude,
Because
what a help
like,
you are, man.
I mean, it's like basically like how a woman. That's what they were having them trying to do.
Were they doing it to each other? Were they doing it solo, or?
I think they were doing it to each other.
Okay, got it.
Because like I said, I mean, it's like I'm not really into that because it's like that's not right.
Right. No, and then we know. Like, do you think it was?
You saw how like literally you guys had me
Right.
about to have like a.
Like, do you think if we thought you were into that, we'd want you to talk about what turning you on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
obviously, we don't want to pleasure you by talking about this stuff. What about stuff like babies? Like, how often would they post that? Because I know we're talking about it, so I mean, you know,
No limits.
well, I would say the sky's the limit, but it goes lower than that.
Yeah.
So, what about videos of like infants and all that
I
stuff?
haven't seen any of those on there.
No. Okay.
So 5's the youngest you've seen, you think?
Okay. So I do have to ask Sean. You know, we're like he was talking about earlier. When we're out something long enough, I mean, it can definitely, you know, just lead to normalization. Like, dude, you grow up in a neighborhood with a bunch of gang violence. You don't want to join a gang when you're 5 years old, but then you're 18. It's like, man, this is all I know, right? So this could happen online too. It's truly just psychology, but
Which is why it's best to stay off of.
100%. But you know, we can't undo the past, but we can determine the future, right? So, I do have to bring up these messages. There were a few times where was asked by you to.
All right.
Yeah,
We're
man.
here for you.
Obviously, we want to help you with this, right?
We got you. We're here for you.
I think I just feel like, you know, because it was stupid.
Yeah, man. We'll get through this. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. But.
Oh, I got it now.
But look, there were some messages where was asked to purchase some of these nudes.
Wait, what?
Where excuse me, where you were asking to buy some of these nude pictures of her.
Oh.
We know this goes deep,
And that's because that question like came up because of the fact of how, like I told you before, and like I said, it was stupid of me.
Right.
And when she said no, she didn't want my money, and when she wasn't going to do that, and I just like, okay.
Okay. So how many of these underage girls or people online have tried to sell you nudes of underage? Or I guess how often? Because I know it's probably been a lot.
You got a big enough phone book?
Is it really that much?
Every time I've been on that site, I literally see a profile that literally says right on there.
They're selling.
They're there to sell nudes, and they say that they're 16.
Okay.
And I do not even mess with that.
Okay.
Because it's like I'm not looking.
Okay. Well, Sean, hold on, man. So you know how we said earlier, you know, I told you pretend we have no record of anything that happened, and you were very truthful about it. But now's the time to let you know we do have record of some of this happening. So
I know.
how many times? What put the idea in our mind to start buying some of these underage nudes?
I didn't really want to. I didn't buy any.
Well,
you didn't want to buy it.
You did not want to.
Probably got carried away.
Right.
I got carried away. Okay.
Right. So
And you know how that happens.
dude,
Absolutely.
bro, even at a carnival, man, you know, you see a stuffed animal, you're with the wrong chick, and you know, it's like, man, I'll spend $20 here, and then I just buy it. God damn it, useless. So, when's the first time that we bought nudes of underage stuff?
I didn't.
Well, Sean, I'm not here to argue with you about that. Come on, man.
I know I didn't. Because
Yeah, come on. Let's not argue about the obvious, right?
Well,
And Sean, we want to get you help for this, so that
well, all I want to know is that I will not face legal trouble. Okay, that's it.
Well, dude, obviously we want to help you with financial stuff. We want to help you get past this. So,
this is not so much about you buying stuff, Sean. This is more about you selling.
right? Because I'll tell you, you know, if you want to know the playbook, I'll tell you right after this. After you tell us when's the first time you bought some underage nudes, the next question we ask you is, what app was it? Who sold it to you? And that's what we care about more.
What was
So,
the what was the pay app?
Right.
Things like that.
A lot of the stuff, okay, would be I would buy gift cards,
okay,
you know, like stream cards and stuff like
Sure.
that, and that was through WhatsApp.
okay,
So, like I said, that's how I would use that, but I did not send cash.
okay.
But you bought it, but indirectly. You bought it with kind of Steam cards. And
But yeah, okay. So when you buy those Steam cards, like where do you even go
I
to?
did not keep the pictures either.
Well, there you go. That's good. Where do you go to buy these Steam cards
I would
at?
buy them at my work when I worked at Sam's Club.
Okay, so
buy them in bulk, then, right?
Not really in bulk, just like $30 here, you know, because they had the $30.
Sure.
there.
Right.
And they
Right.
were on sale because they were like you can get a $50 one for like $44.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when you were purchasing,
So how did this information come about?
Well, basically, you know, you're not. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, you made some very stupid decisions, but I think sugarcoating wouldn't really help. Very easy. You don't use a VPN or anything, do you?
No.
Do you bank with the Swiss at all?
No.
No. Who's your bank?
Huntington.
Okay. You think Huntington is hiding too much?
They'll probably hide a lot more.
Well, yeah, but do you think they care about little Sean and Ypsilanti? No. Right. Okay. So, right. So it's pretty easy to see purchases because I know you're not buying Steam cards for the love of playing CS:GO or whatever these nerds play. So how many times do you think we've, especially Call of Duty Warzone? I mean, dude, only freaking total play that. But how many times do you think we purchased Steam cards to buy some underage nudes?
Well, it first started off as by getting it for,
For adults. I get that. So when do you think it dipped into buying underage nudes, and how many times do you think it happened?
I'd probably say for about a couple months.
Okay.
A couple months, but like how many times have you kind of indulged?
Like I just said, in a couple months, like if you add up, I'd probably say about a good maybe $300.
On underage stuff?
Unfortunately.
Okay. What were the age ranges that they sold to you?
Or at least they claimed to sell to me.
Yeah.
You scammed a couple times on that?
Well, you never could truly trust anybody on that.
Sure. Or I guess what do the age ranges look like to you? I guess that's a better litmus test. You have eyes, and we're not going to trust saying anything, right? So what did it look like?
Pretty much probably around her age and going up.
When you would buy those, would they just directly send them to you? Like,
yes.
What app were they? WhatsApp, you said?
Yes.
Do they ever send it directly to you, or they send it like?
They send it directly to.
Have you ever had one of those? I can't remember the name. Just talking about yesterday with another guy, Mega. Did they send any of those, like
Mega links?
Mega links or something?
No, that's the honest truth. Because I'm like, look, and you're saying Mega, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. Okay, so when we say her age and up, wait, who are we talking about? Oh, so 12 and up. Okay. And
supposedly that's what they were saying their age is.
Yeah, of course. So did we buy any from like parents giving their kid pictures, or was it from the kids themselves? How did that kind of go?
That was like basically kind of like a parent.
So the parent would say, "Hey, I got these pictures of my kid." Okay. So you sure 12 was the youngest, or did they ever send stuff that you weren't expecting to purchase? Like they said, you're like, I'm hoping to buy a 13-year-old here, but they end up sending something younger. Like, anything like that ever happen?
I'm not really 100% on that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to look you in your eye to tell you that it's like
I got you. I got you.
So this way, it's like I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Well, and Sean, and I know you said you kind of got rid of them, but do you have an Android or iPhone?
Android.
Yeah, he works at Kroger and lives in a trailer park. What do you think he has, an iPhone?
So how many? Like, let's just be realistically. I mean, saved on your phone. How many do you think that they sent there?
I did not save them.
So are they? So
mainly the pictures I have on my phone are anime pics and stuff from like Facebook.
So anime pics of like underage, or
no anime pics of
like just
Sword Art Online.
You heard of that new anime? I think it was like they call it like Fried Pickles Fujita or something.
Yeah.
Shit.
Battle against Skittles. Oh,
Yeah, the battle against the Skittles and the bagels and the fried. Yeah.
bagels. I forgot about bagels.
I know.
Yeah, too.
Yes.
But anyways, so Sean, realistically, so if we're obviously we're not looking at the phone or anything like that, but if we were to look, if you would have had your phone right here and you opened it up, where would we go to find those pictures that you bought, that they sent, whatever? Where would we go to see those pictures?
I don't know.
Well, Sean, you know, assume the scan was already done of your phone. Where would we find those pictures? Like, would there be any chats that we have them, or would they be in a gallery, or?
So you scanned my phone?
Well, it's an honesty thing. Assume the scan was done, you know, and we'll tell you right after. But
I did delete them.
where did you delete them from?
Deleted them from the WhatsApp.
Okay, so they're in the WhatsApp chat?
Yes.
Okay, so right now, assuming a scan was done, where would we find any images of nude photos? Like, would there be any chats that they're on? Or would there be...
It would be in, if I had it, I do have WhatsApp on my phone.
Okay, so do we
think... I'm being honest here, okay?
Uh-huh.
I am not chatting with anybody underage on there.
Okay. So if we were to open up Meet 24, do you think the scan found any pictures of underage sitting on Meet 24 right now? Or
I have no clue because I'm not on Meet 24.
Okay, well, you said a 14-year-old sent a nude yesterday, right?
And I literally removed my account.
Well, Sean, I mean, I'm gonna.
And I'm trying to be honest here with you guys. I do not have that app anymore on my phone.
I understand,
okay?
but Sean, when you were just recently trying to purchase underage news, okay, what do you think? Why would we believe? And I there's obviously internet records, but how could we believe that we just now that we're here, we've kind of already? Oh, guess what? I deleted all of those pictures that I paid for. We wouldn't have deleted all of these.
Yes, I did.
So what do we purchase them for?
I deleted them because of my age.
Okay.
Because.
But you purchased those knowing that.
I may have purchased them, but I was not intending to keep them.
I mean, I'm poor, so trust me. I'm not going to blow $300 on
because
on
of the fact that I know that could put me in jail.
Well, here, let's walk it back a little bit. How long did you keep them for before you deleted them?
About maybe a day.
Okay. So were they kept like on your gallery, or was it kept in the chat? Like, where do we keep them? Like,
for WhatsApp, it creates a photo gallery in your picture thing. Okay.
So do you think the scan picked up some in your gallery from that?
Maybe.
Okay.
It's like, look, I just want this to go.
Okay. So Sean, I'm just going to ask you right now. This one's pretty direct. Did we those photos?
Yes.
Okay. How many times?
I hate saying it. Okay.
But it shows accountability, dude. I genuinely appreciate it, man.
It's like I'm not gonna lie because I don't want any legal trouble coming down on me.
Yeah, well, we understand that, Sean. We understand your. Do you think two big guys need somebody out of the food industry going out? We need more grocery store workers.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to work.
Yeah, I don't try to go shop at Meijer, man. That place. I'm a Kroger guy.
Kroger all day.
Yeah.
Especially when they do their 10 for 10.
Yeah.
Kind of what you do. $10.
Yeah.
I'm definitely on the verge of
but no, dude. We don't think you're a bad guy, but we understand when this is presented to you so much. Okay, without you asking, you're eventually going to be like, well, this is all I'm seeing, and then you get that temptation when people are trying to sell it to you. Mm-hmm. Because when we see that in the internet records of this, even just the chats of you trying to buy, what day was that he was trying to
purchase it?
That was a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay.
So just 2 days ago we were trying to purchase nudes and
and I was dumb on that.
I understand, and we're not trying to like make it seem like it's worse than it is, but
it's
that's what I'm just saying is
right.
And it's like, but
you think you need help for that?
What I need to do is just. My problem is I have an addiction to chatting.
Addiction to what?
Chatting.
But I mean, there's an addiction to chatting, and bro,
but that's what starts the. No, that's what starts those.
If you went on my Facebook, on my Meet 20, I'm sure you're going to see me chatting with a bunch of people. Okay,
easily.
But I'm more curious as to. That's what I'm saying. The addiction and the problem is, because I can tell you right now, if somebody was trying to sell me some of this stuff, I probably wouldn't indulge. And that's what we're trying to ask you. Do you need some help for this, you think?
I just need to stop.
But that's not easy when it's an addiction.
Right. It's like how do we
It's
stop?
like my vape's dead right now, man, and I'm fiending for a vape. I wish.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I mean,
fiending.
How do you stop? It's very simple.
Well, that's
how
why
you stop.
there's-
You know, it's like I don't want to go to jail.
Right,
I
when you-
don't want to face any legal ramifications. That's why I gotta stop.
But that's not.
And
That's easier
it's-
said than done.
Well, you guys are standing here, so it's obviously gotten to a point where it's
Yeah,
like,
but you're lucky that it's us standing because you know, like FBI can be beating you or you know, it's not that. So it's not gotten to that point.
Right.
Because, like you said earlier, you're down in the hole. We're not going to kick you down further. We're going to get you out of that hole.
last thing, man.
But we truly like. I'm just asking this, Sean. Has there in your past been any like accusations of you and anybody in family or friends or just in public?
Yeah, because obviously, you know, we definitely are going to leave on a good note here, but every single person in your personal life is going to be talked to just to verify some things. So if anybody has anything to say, obviously we want to get it stamped out now. Like we don't want to potentially go re-traumatize somebody. So were there any times where maybe someone young came on to you or was curious about you and maybe caused you to do something? Because I'm thinking,
as far as I can remember. Okay.
do you think if you thought hard enough there would be something? Because I think there is. And
The only relationship I've ever had is with my wife. And
Okay.
that's the honest truth.
well, I'm not talking about relationship. I'm talking about, was there an incident with like a little cousin or a little sister or anybody where maybe
I only have an older sister.
Okay.
And my cousins, the only time I've ever seen my cousins naked, and these are my girl cousins,
Uh-huh.
was back in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
We were at their parents' swimming pool, and they had them swimming naked. And there were 2-year age gap between the two of them. So the youngest was 2 and the oldest was 4.
Okay.
And it made me uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, Sean, you know, a girl's first memory, and a boy, it's like 3 years old, and a girl, it's 1.5 years. Their first memories then, and I'm letting you know those 2 cousins are going to be talked to. Sean, I'm thinking a hand wandered. Sean, is there anything that could have happened?
No, I did not touch them. I was near my parents.
Okay.
How old were you when that happened?
It was in 2018.
So you were 32, 33.
I did not touch them.
Okay. Did they ever try to come on to you at
No.
all? No?
No.
Okay. Did you have any emotions towards them? Like any
No.
arousal?
No. I was more turning away.
Okay.
Because it made me uncomfortable.
So I guess when you would buy photos of these underage stuff, how many photos do you usually send in one little go around? Like in one purchase, they send X amount of photos.
About 5 to 6.
Okay. So what was the most on your gallery at one point, at any given time?
5 to 6 for $30. You said you spent about $300.
Hey, $5 for an item, man. I wish the restaurants would have that again. But shit.
Do you think you probably purchased 200 to 300 images, roughly?
And I did delete them.
Okay, but what was the most on your gallery at one point?
Well, I never kept them too long.
Were those like pictures and videos both that you were buying?
It was mainly just pictures. They weren't sending videos at that point.
At that point, did they get to a point where they did send some videos?
They tried to, but I kind of shut it down before
Okay.
it got there.
When we say
because,
shut it down, what do you mean by that?
like basically uninstalled the app, stopped talking to them.
Okay. Did some video slip through the cracks and they just sent it anyway?
I'm not 100% on that
Okay.
because it's like I'm just.
Okay. Sean, I just want to ask again, did they ever send videos that you didn't ask for at any point?
I am not sure,
Okay.
but it could have happened.
Okay.
If you want my honest answer, it could have.
What do you think those videos were?
Probably stripped videos.
Okay. That's pretty specific. So I assume they did send some of those. And am I right about that?
They could have. I can't really remember.
Okay, so where have we seen strip videos of underage kids then? Because that's not something you just concoct. That's a pretty specific thing.
It's not really strip videos of underage kids that I've seen.
Okay, well,
you're asking, and I'm trying to answer.
yeah, you're fair enough.
You know, it's just that I did get adult strip videos that mainly looked like they were more from like a production standpoint of it. It looked more like it was made for. It wasn't really the people I paid.
Right.
You know.
Right. So I do want to ask this because some people fall into things where even every symbol they have has to do with child. Do you have a PIN code on your phone, or is it like a sliding thing?
It's a PIN code.
How many digits is it?
It's only 4.
Okay. Is it child adjacent at all?
No.
Okay.
It's my. It's just a regular PIN.
It's so. What does it represent?
It represents from my Gmail.
Your Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay. So any 13s or 69s in there? Because that's a lot.
No.
Okay. So
mainly just.
So it's just. Oh,
Yeah.
415. Okay.
Because that was what was on one of my jerseys that I wore when I was in school, and the 04 was the year I graduated.
Okay.
So, and that was part of my Gmail.
Did you play football as a kid, or?
No, soccer.
Okay, nice. So you were on your high school soccer team? What position did you play?
Forward.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Varsity.
Yeah, you were forward in the chat. Yeah.
So it's like I know you guys are trying to joke about it.
Oh, we joke.
Dude,
We're
it's
trying
to
to
lighten
lighten
up.
me up.
Yeah.
We're trying to lighten me
Well,
up.
because we don't want you to feel sad about something that's not going to be sad, man. Like,
Yeah, but you understand though how this like can make me feel
dude,
like very,
100%.
because it's like you guys show up here at my house, you know.
Right.
Well, and this is what we thought. We actually, as much we want to show up at your house and not your job, because ultimately that could be an option.
Right.
And we don't want to ruin that.
Because we did go by Kroger today and we asked if you were working there, and when they said no, we were like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. And we knew we wanted to get it addressed because we want to get this knocked out today and not something that's going to linger for.
Right. Like, here, I mean, your wife's very understanding.
Like, literally, I don't want this over. Like, I'm afraid of legal.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said,
That's why when you guys show
How's it going, ma'am?
you were a part of legal.
Yeah, basically, do you want to come out here?
Oh, sure.
And, ma'am, can you,
You gotta put her shoes on.
Okay, got it. What's her name?
Christina.
Christina.
Freezing out here.
Yeah.
he's in shorts.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, how is it? I am shaking.
Yeah.
Well, a few weeks ago, it was like freaking terrible.
I think it's mainly because of mixture.
Right. Yeah, we can just go out here, y'all.
Don't worry, I'm cold too.
Yeah, so basically, Sean just fell into some internet. He was just purchasing child online and talking to a bunch of underage kids and all that stuff, and
Go ahead, give me the look. Yeah.
hundreds of dollars worth, and that's kind of why we're here to just talk to him. I mean, he's been very honest, getting it all addressed, and I think he wants to turn a corner. But I mean, he's been
Are you guys like cops?
no, not at all. But yeah, he's just kind of
Well, like, if I can just ask, like, who are you?
Oh, we're a group called Kid Protectors USA. We just make sure kids don't talk to adults, also don't talk to kids. It's totally private, but yeah, I mean, even videos of he's seen videos of like 5-year-old girls getting online and stuff, and we just want to make sure we put a stop to it. And he's been talking to other adults too, buying news from them and all that. And I know you're all married, so I just figured it's something that we should
Oh, yeah. Believe me.
make sure we
I've
don't.
known about the adults.
Oh,
Or at least part of it. I'm guessing I don't know.
right. But yeah, no, but Sean, I think he's taking a lot of accountability. Not quite full accountability, but
No, it'd be
I think the
Letcher
Letcher method, yeah. But
or the Peterson. Peterson is actually another one we did. It was actually done in a county.
oh wow, I think the Letcher Peterson,
Yeah.
the Letcher Peterson papers. Yep.
Yeah,
It's a true way to put a stop to this. Yeah.
the only way.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Yeah. But I think Sean loves you some, but I really do think he's a great person, and
Who's made mistakes? Okay, we all make them.
yeah, we all.
And look, she's already getting me the look.
Well, I think that's the least of your worries,
Yeah,
man.
I know maybe the least of my worries, but
You think young lake?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the love part because I really honestly think if you love somebody, you don't hurt them like that.
Dude, I agree, Christina, but
addiction happens.
And we think it's an addiction. That's
Right,
what
right.
Maybe some therapy and or to try to get them.
I had some talk about that, have I not?
Yes, you have.
Right, right.
You should do it.
right. I mean, does your insurance cover therapy, Sean, or?
I have Medicaid.
Oh, well, I think we we cover that for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Letcher definitely is right through.
But then there's
Yeah.
also, it's like the, it is like online or BetterHelp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean via.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, I mean, we work very hard to get that for you, Sean. Yeah.
Continue.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what driving hours and hours and doing this. Right.
Because I want this to end.
Absolutely, man.
Because it's like, this isn't fair to her.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's not. It's
You have a
not.
beautiful wife. Like,
Yes, I do.
She
And
does.
it's like-
She could work for us as a decoy.
It's like, this is ridiculous. Why? And it's like, you're right. It is an addiction because why would a grown man like me
Right.
do this to her?
Right.
Unless I'm not thinking clearly. And I apparently am not. Because you guys are right. This is an addiction and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
Before I destroy something that I've taken years to build, which is my
Absolutely.
relationship with her.
Yeah. How long have y'all been together for?
We've been married 10 years this year.
10 years.
Like I said.
And what? So you got on dating apps like 6 years ago. So, and you've known
I've
about.
seen some of them. I've seen some of those conversations.
Like I said. There's no other way to explain it except.
When a woman wants to know she has her way.
Right.
Done it.
Of course. No, I get it, man.
It's
I
like
get
it's gotta be an addiction because there's no way that someone who's married would think and do stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, you've talked to how many guys?
A decent amount, like a few dozen.
Yeah. This is only my third time here with Gordon. So I'm actually in training. That's why I'm.
Right.
And it's like when you see things like that and you read those type of conversations, especially when somebody that has such little self-esteem as I do, I've had years and years and years of rejection and feeling like I was never good enough, and you see things like that, and it just is like, what's wrong with me?
Right.
And I don't want to ruin my relationship with you. So
Really good for couples therapy.
Yeah. Do you think? I have a friend that kind of. He's not a therapist, but he's a student of mental health. I have a friend that helps out. Can we go in? I want to give him a call and just have him talk to y'all if y'all don't mind. Is that okay with you, Christina? Okay. Yeah. Just
Step in, or-
yeah. Let's yeah. Just
Do you guys mind if we step inside and do that, just so we're not all standing out here freezing?
What's your phone battery on?
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, that should be good.
Yeah. You can just what was- Beautiful home you'll have. Oh, a PlayStation. Wow, very productive. Okay. Is that a PS4?
5.
5?
Ooh,
Wow.
PS5. Oh.
Wow. It's, Christine, do you work at all, or
Yeah.
what do you do for work?
I work part time in retail, and then also
Cool.
at Burger King.
Cool. Sean, do you work full time or part time?
I work part time.
Okay.
Type that in just so. If you want to, is that?
Oh,
or no, you want me to? Yeah. Now I got what
Did
you're
you have
saying.
people waiting in the car?
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
safety. You never know who could be.
Oh.
Trust me, I ain't got no weapon. So.
I got what you're throwing down, Gordon.
Yeah.
On
I
it
mean,
now.
shoot, after you've talked to me for how long out there?
Right.
He kind of already knows that it's like, with how panicked
This
I
is
was.
actually a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's been redone.
Did you redo it all yourself?
No, my parents own
Oh,
the
your
building,
parents own it. Okay.
So then they paid for the floors to be redone and,
Nice.
and the painting.
So, Sean, do you have any like SD cards or hard drives or anything like that?
Any SD cards or hard drives?
Yeah, or any like, or anything where it's like, basically where we could save some of those photos on, maybe like a laptop or anything like that, because we do want to get rid of all of them.
I have not been using her. We have her laptop, but there is nothing on there.
Okay. Well, basically,
Because she would know because she's the only one that uses it.
Right?
okay.
The only thing, yeah, was my phone. Yeah.
Basically, Sean, like, would there be anything in the house besides your phone where some of these photos could be on? Because we do want to get. Okay.
No, I can honestly tell you that no.
Okay.
We just moved here.
Have you ever seen? And I just obviously just glanced over. Have you ever seen any of this stuff show up on Reddit at all?
Like
some of the stuff that we were kind of buying and stuff. I know it's kind of prominent on that app too.
I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it? Is that more just like anime stuff?
Yeah, this is like these are mostly the animes that the pictures I usually download from like Facebook. I follow their fan page stuff like Sword Art Online.
That's nice. What kind of games you play?
Dead by Daylight, a little bit of Call of Duty, but
shit,
mostly Zombie Army.
Okay. Yeah, I'm big Warzone guy myself.
All right. Well, here's Gunther. He's a truly great guy. You want to have a seat, or you want to stand up, or whatever you want to do?
Dude, Gunther's a great guy. He's actually helped me out through so
Truly,
much
man, truly.
in my personal life, just relationships and.
Hello.
Hey, Gunther, you want to have a seat here, Sean?
Hi,
Hey.
Mr. Flowers. How are you doing? I just got out of class. Your timing is perfect.
Hey, awesome. So I'm here doing that thing I was telling you about today.
Sure. Who are you helping today?
Sean.
Excellent. Mr. Flowers, before you get into that, though, I need to let you know something that my paraphilic disorders professor just told me that I think you will find it kind of amusing.
Sure.
Riddle me this. What's a word that starts with N and ends in a that you never...
Gosh, Gunther.
Neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
Isn't that hilarious?
Because your professor told you that, Gunther.
Yes. And right as we
He's
were
a clown.
leaving the plethysmography clinic, if Sean is available to speak with me, I'm happy to do so now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sean, this is Gunther, man.
Hey.
Hi, Sean. My name is Gunther, and I'm a student of mental health. How are you feeling?
Basically beaten down because of everything that's gone on and knowing that it wasn't right and that
Okay. It sounds like you're taking it very seriously and hard.
I am taking it very seriously.
Sean, I know this is a difficult time, but what I want
Yes,
you
it is
also
very
to be
difficult.
aware of is the two men in front of you right now have more experience in this than most people. And their ministry, if I may call it that, is devoted to nonsense like you and getting the help they need. I happen to know that both of these gentlemen have personally lobbied South Carolina government to provide more resources to bring more attention to like you, and even have discussed it directly with the Attorney General, Alan Wilson. So you are dealing with two gentlemen that know more about this than I would say all of the other people in their business combined. So in that sense, you should feel lucky, Sean. And if you want to take this opportunity to thank them now, I can stand by. But I do think you should be very lucky that you got to meet them. Sean, what was your Meet24 username? I am on there as well.
I cannot remember it offhand because it was mainly just my email.
Okay.
And like a lot of the times I would just use like mainly my first name.
Okay. And I want to thank you, and I want to congratulate you on having attained some of your goals. I don't know much about you. I do know that you're 39, and that you were fully vaccinated during the pandemic. Did your family also take those shots?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. I appreciate you did that to stop the spread
There's
and
a lot of
keep everybody
information
safe. Also, your goal, reaching your goal of being a cashier, I want to congratulate you on that too. And for facing this embarrassing issue head on, I also want to congratulate for that as well. Sean, your wife seems very tolerant. What is her race?
She's white.
Okay, now I want you to know also as a 39-year-old that life begins at 40, Sean. And so even though you think you're going through a horrible time, that life, I always hear that begins at 40. Do you believe that could be possible?
I hope so.
Good. So see, hitting rock bottom, are you a bottom? Do you think this is the rock bottom for you, Sean?
I hope so, because I don't want to go any lower.
Of course not. How many children do you have?
None.
Okay. How many would you like to have?
3.
Okay. But you took the shots.
Yes.
Are you looking to have children soon?
That depends on pretty much my wife, because it's like, so we might have to go the adoption route.
Okay. Now I know that you're highly acutely aware and concerned about legal implications.
Yes.
And I want you to realize that we have a president right now who visited, hung around from time to time, and was convicted last year of 34 felonies. Legal problems are no longer the impediments that they used to be, Sean. Now I know you're taking it seriously that you want to stop these negative behaviors, but
Yes.
I do want to
Yes, I do want to stop, and I don't want to face any legal trouble.
You're very concerned about what could happen to you, and I understand that.
It's not just me. It's my wife, my family, my parents.
Both your parents are with us?
No. It's a ripple effect.
Right. And don't you think that the ripples from the naked swim in 2018 could have been a trigger for all of this, Sean? Is it possible that is what made you I don't like the term either. You are not a Have you heard the term that is used now?
No, I haven't.
It's more up to date. You are not you are a. And so the stigma of those types of labels is not something that I want to see you have to go through either, Sean. How sure are you that this ends today? It's going to be
100%.
100?
Yes.
That's going to take some work.
What else doesn't take work?
Because
You
if
know,
I
there's a saying in my field,
then
Sean. There's a saying in my field that you can only heal what you're willing to reveal. Have you been honest with Mr. Flowers about the darkest part of your mind? Have you
Yes.
let him know all of it?
Yes. Because of the fact that it's like this is an addiction problem. And it's
Have
not
you had
something.
issues with drugs and alcohol as well?
No, I did not. I barely drink alcohol. But we all know that addiction is more than just addicted to substances.
And you've never had a problem with substance?
No.
Okay. Have you ever had to cut back your drinking?
I don't drink.
Okay. Have you ever had to cut back on the use of any substance?
Besides drinking pop?
Well, any illegal drugs? I mean,
No, I have not touched any illegal drugs or used any.
okay. And does people asking you about drugs, use of drugs or alcohol, does that ever make you angry?
No.
Okay. What do you have guilt over?
This?
And do you think that this happened because of the cousins swimming in front of you when you were 32 and they were 2 and 4, inappropriately dressed?
Oh,
What do you think started this?
Talking about.
Yeah. That was
I
back
can't
in.
even believe you would have allowed that.
They did. They allowed it. And I was uncomfortable about it.
Now, your favorite underage news, Sean, would they reflect similar angles, body parts, poses as you saw on that day during the naked swim?
I'm not 100% on that, but I would probably say yes, maybe.
Now, let's say you were the father and someone did what you did with Jasmine. How would you want to handle that as a potential parent?
First of all, find out what his true intentions were. And then find out what type of person he is.
What would you want him? What type of person would you want him to be for your daughter?
Someone who's remorseful, who basically knows he made a mistake, and
when you say mistake, does that mean criminal? Should this man face criminal punishment?
no, everybody should get a second chance.
Okay.
And have a chance to fix what is causing it.
What do you think is causing it?
I have not 100%, but the only thing I can think of is it is an addiction problem.
But you've managed to avoid that with drugs and alcohol, so your addictive personality is limited to child. Would that be accurate?
I would probably say yes.
All right. And when was the first time you viewed it? Was it before the naked swim, or would it have been around that time?
It would have been after.
Okay.
Because it's like I did not view that before.
Yes, I see. Part of the reason why I become involved on this, Sean, is my coursework under Dr. Corey Pepper with the NSDAP. We also go by like the NSDAP. And data for our scholarly work is needed. And Mr. Flowers is one of the only people in this arena that allows his work to be used in academia. And you are a data point. The more honest you are with him about your feelings, the better this data is. And a lot of the people doing this line of work, they don't care about the causes necessarily. they don't allow their work to be used for scholarly purposes. In this field of study, it is very valuable, so I do want to thank you again for speaking about this. Would you say you are starved for body contact?
Probably.
All right. Now, you're lucky, though. You have a wife. A lot of are unable to find someone to spend their life with. Do you think that Christina would be open to role playing?
I'm not sure.
Would she be willing to go younger in part of her role play with you? Or is there such a thing as like a bot that you could access? Or with advancements in AI and robotics, if the court could assign you a doll with your parameters on age and appearance.
The only thing I want is that this not go to courts.
Okay. Do you think that lifelong registry would be a proper deterrent for this type of behavior?
I don't want that.
So you're a private person and you feel that you deserve total privacy with your proclivities.
I have
Where's
made
the deterrence and where is the punishment in that, Sean?
I have made mistakes, okay? And my punishment right now is that the fact that I am literally out about this. Because
Well, we all have stress.
no, but I do not want any labels put on me. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for help, not to be basically put a label on or being put on a offenders list.
What if the consequence of your actions means you deserve a label?
I don't feel I deserve a label.
But you're strong enough to handle that if it does happen. You've overcome stuff before. Sean, what makes you horny?
It's okay, Sean.
I don't want a label because then a label will cost me my job.
Are you capable of abstaining from CP, or is it keeping you young?
I do not feel young. Okay.
Well, you're only 39.
Right.
What age is young to you? What age would you like to be?
I wish I could be back in my 20s.
In your 12s? There are people that do this for clicks and views, and that is not the two gentlemen in front of you. Monetization is not their concern. They want you to take full accountability, and the locals community is actively seeking that out, looking for that from you. Labels be damned. Their ministry, if I may call it that, Sean, is funded entirely off of donations from the locals community. The least you can do, I think, is have a full, honest discussion. You're willing to do that, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, one area of concern is I do know you received 2 shots, Sean, and that does not make you fully vaccinated because came out. You needed to get a. So just as a side note, I would like to let you know that any pharmacy would be happy to give you that shot for free. And then at that point, you would become fully vaccinated. Your health overall, is there any anorectal disease, or have you had a recent colonoscopy?
I have not
Are you
had
on any male enhancement medications?
No, I'm not on any.
Do you take fiber pills?
No.
He kind of
he asks questions. It's like a brain exercise to kind of just see where your mind is. It all means something.
Sean, I am only a student, but what I'm trying to do is draw thoughts out of you, give you ideas that you've never had before. Do you have a solution for your problem that you could share with me?
Therapy?
Okay, that's a breakthrough right there. You have not had any therapy yet?
No.
Now, one pattern I see, Sean, in a lot of nonsense is an overbearing mother and an absent father. Does that apply to your life? This is something that could completely destroy you.
Well, my dad suffered a car accident when I was 5 and suffered closed head injury.
But that's your father's brain. What happened to yours?
What happened to mine was that my mom basically had to raise me and my sister and take care of my dad.
So you would classify that scenario as an overbearing mother and an absent father?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. That's good. You know, this Mr. Flowers Locals community is a place where they come together. Sean, do you know what the for white people? And one thing that the local community can agree to is that children should be protected. Now, can you agree that your actions were not protective of?
Correct.
And many other girls as well.
12-year-old he was talking to
That
sexually.
we're not here to speak with you about today.
You said yes?
This is going to cost you everything you worked so hard for.
I don't want it to cost me everything I worked hard for.
It could be a permanent stain.
How do we keep it from being a permanent stain?
Full accountability.
Read your mind, Gunther.
He always he's just a genius.
Yes.
You don't want this situation to be your legacy, do you?
No. And I don't want my family to be stained with this. And I don't want my wife to be burdened with this.
We all know your worth. What would you say to mother if you were given the chance?
Then I am sorry.
For what?
For continuing to talk to her when I shouldn't have. For basically making mistakes that I should not have made. That I honestly should not have continued talking to her.
Who can be an accountability partner for you, Sean? I don't think Christina has the ability to put you on a short leash. Who in your family is still alive? Could you let a brother or a sister know about this?
It's okay, Sean.
You become open with them, receptive to them getting involved in watching you closer.
Sean, you alright, man?
The full extent of your problem, the way Mr. Flowers does.
Sean, brother, it's okay. Come over here and talk with Gunther, dude. I'm telling you, he's helped me through some similar tough times, brother. And I'm telling you, Gunther is.
But it's like I don't want a label because it's like then it'll cost me my job. It could cost us this house.
And we're not here to do that. And this is the start. Like this is day one. This is it, man. We got to start somewhere. Cry with us, man. I'll cry with you.
Yeah, Sean, no, we really believe in you, man.
It's not like you're the CEO of BlackRock, you're a cashier, right? You're going to have lots of options.
It's true.
How was your education in public schools? Was it okay? Do you blame the training you received from the public schools at all for your behavior?
No.
What do you think is the cause of it?
My own stupidity.
What was the trigger for it, though? Do you think the way you view children in your mind is okay?
No.
All right. How did it get that way? Do you think you were born this way, or did you become this way?
I definitely was not born this way.
So when did you have your first thought? Something that you know you were thinking that others weren't and would call you out on?
That would probably be around 2018.
18?
2018.
Oh, that's very late in life. Was there any in your teens?
No.
You did not feel that anyone was trying to make you?
No.
Okay, so are you on Grindr at all?
No.
All right. Other than Meet24, what are your favorite top 3 apps?
I would use WhatsApp, Signal.
Was any of that stuff on Signal, Sean?
No.
Whisper and Viber. I know a lot of these hard R apps. Is Whisper or Viber ones you would use?
No.
Tinder.
Alex.
Oh, yeah. Just to be
Yeah, Gordon, can I talk to you?
Sure.
Oh, shit.
Talk about a
Can we hold
permanent
that?
stay.
Yeah, give me 1 second, Gunther. There's something.
Locals, Rumble.
Yeah. All of our people in the car.
What, are they worried about? Something?
Yeah, just probably because we're taking so long. Sometimes these go, pretty quick, and sometimes, dude, there's just a lot to uncover. And I like to say, Sean, it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of the new day.
But it feels like the end of the world.
I know it does at first.
Because it's like he's throwing around labels.
Yeah.
And I don't want labels on me because it's like that can actually.
I mean, is it not just possible to delete all that stuff and then not have to?
You order food.
Yeah, apparently food doesn't deliver out here. But, I'm going to make sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just staying down the road a little bit.
Yeah, we might have to,
Really?
yeah, maybe you never know. But this area is very, very liberal, so. Wow. It's weird. I don't know.
Christina, did you and Sean vote for Kamala?
Actually, yes.
I am so sorry she didn't win.
It's because we couldn't trust Trump.
Right, of course.
But we do share a lot of conservative views.
Right.
What are you conservative on?
Basically, we are conservatives on how this stuff is being presented.
Right. It's common sense.
And also, we don't think that people should just get handouts for as long, when it comes to welfare, they shouldn't be able to just sit on it forever.
Yeah.
It should only be there to help them get back on their feet and then.
Based?
Here, Gunther. I gotta call my friend outside real quick, but we'll call you back.
Okay, I'm here for you and I'm here for Sean, Mr. Swamps.
Thank you, Gunther. Bye.
You got me concerned.
You know Gunther?
Yes.
Oh no, he's fine.
Gunther looks at all angles.
But he's talking about like labeling, legal recourse.
Well, he's a very intricate guy.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
looks at
student.
he's a student of mental health, so he looks at all different angles.
Right. He's not a therapist, but he's a student.
Yeah. He just looks at all different angles of things that possibly, because Sean, I mean, regardless, even if, you know, when he talks about that kind of stuff, is, you know, when does the addiction stop? You know, us coming here, does that just wipe it away and make it all go away?
No, it doesn't,
No, it
but
scares
it's a
you,
start.
but
It's a
you're
start to get me in the right direction.
absolutely. But you're young enough that, you know, yeah, maybe for 5 years you're good, and as technology advances, new apps come out, people are finding ways to get to you again, and you could be down that path. So that's why he's bringing up like those labels and stuff and things like that. If this
That's why
continues,
it's like I'm hoping that before that happens, we can get to therapy and we can get therapy before any labels have to.
No, absolutely, and
before you have to register, like.
Because the thing is, if I have a felony, we lose this house.
Okay, I understand that for sure.
Because that's the way the property is run. No felons are allowed in here.
And yeah, like I said, we're not law enforcement, so we don't have any reason to do that. But
because it's like, to hear you guys talk about all of this stuff,
yeah,
it's like,
dude, it's deep. It's deep. But you got to understand is, I mean, and you talk about losing your house and things like that. Was that thoughts kind of going through your head? I mean, we got all these these messages.
It was starting. That's why I talk when I talk to you outside.
No, I understand.
No problem. Here, give me 1 second. Basically, Sean, you think you bought like $300 of child? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Sean, is that what it was?
Why?
I'm just asking you. Is that what it was? $300 of child?
I think so.
You said you think so?
Yeah. Why?
How?
What's going on?
He's been using gift cards.
What's been going on?
Right. So, I mean, I think on the phone, just heard it. You said what? What were the ages, Sean?
It's another friend of ours.
Yeah, it's another friend of ours. What were the ages, Sean?
You got me thinking you're talking to the cops. I don't.
Do you think if the cops were here, you'd get arrested?
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
And that's what I'm scared of.
Did you send pictures to a 12-year-old? Sean?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay. Wow. I mean, so.
All right. Yeah.
So this isn't something that you're interested in, sir?
No, I am interested. I just described to you. I want you guys to act as his resident and come meet with us, as I just told your partner.
Okay, so evidence of a device with child on it. It's not something we're interested in doing the right thing on.
That's not what I just told you, okay? I told you to come meet with us because I'm not going to go in someone's house based on accusations, regardless if you guys had a confession of his behalf or not, okay?
Well, I mean, at that point, I don't think it's an accusation.
Sir, I need to meet with you guys. I'm not going to come in his house and have you guys in the back there and try to deal with both parties, okay?
We can completely just leave when you come.
No, sir. As I just described, I gave your partner an address to come meet us at. And we'll take
I don't know. This is somebody we're talking to.
Actually, sir, you know, I think when there's contraband on someone's cell phone, I think it's pretty important to be where the cell phone is. That's just my opinion. Going to every state in the union.
We'll step over here while he's talking to him.
Well, I mean, being
so
you know, sir, kind of
what happens? He is
you know,
talking
being
to
that I kind of do know how to do it better than
listen,
you do.
we want to try to get rid of this stuff.
You don't
Okay,
know the
that we
urgency
want.
of child.
To be
And
honest
that
with
device
you,
can be destroyed with the,
it's not so much that
I don't really think you know how to do your job. So,
we're going to say that you
I'm
don't
requesting
do
you
anything.
actually. I'm
What we want
requesting
to
a call
do
for
is try to
service
get
right now.
rid of that stuff, because if it is on your phone, John,
Yeah, what's up?
let's just say tomorrow you dropped your phone, okay, and you lost it somewhere, you know, you could be in trouble for that. So, I mean, he's trying to get it so we can get rid of that stuff. We want to get the contraband off your phone, and I think that's a big step, is getting it off your phone, because regardless if you deleted all those messages, deleted all those pictures they sent, they're still there. And then for us, we have to make a report to get those out of your device. So, yeah, well, we want to help you in that aspect.
So we're not talking legal right now.
I mean, we just want to be able to get those images off your phone, because, like I said,
How many times? How many times have we had this conversation?
And ma'am, I mean, he's just blatantly, he's been talking to, he said over, like 50 underage girls that has reached out to him. And
that you have known of? That you knew they were underage?
yeah, this has been kind of a pattern for a while.
Or that they were and just told you that they were older?
No,
Or
I mean,
did you know that they
I mean,
were
with the one we have, the one record we have of it was a 12-year-old girl that he reached out to, and she told him she was 12, and he continued conversation. So, I mean, it's just definitely a pattern. So, Sean, if we can,
Hey, Sean, here's what's gonna happen, man. So basically,
hey, Gordon, I was just telling him, we need to try to get that contraband off his phone.
Yeah.
And I told him that it's not that we may have to take that phone down.
yeah, if he's willing, yeah.
If
So
he's willing. So
Sean,
I just wanted
basically,
I'm listening.
yeah. So obviously, since people sent that stuff to you, obviously since people sent that stuff to you, the cops have to be called. But we will. But listen.
Listen. Breathe. Huh?
But listen, Sean. Please, God, no.
Sean, listen. But here's the thing.
All right, what's up? So for obvious reasons, I cannot show this, so I'll try to take a stab at it, wink, wink, about what you can see on Locals. So join up on there if you want to see this full video. YouTube, not too much fun. Locals, pin comment. $10 a month helps us travel all over the country. And we got 6.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. Are you Sean?
Yes.
All right. Do you want to come out here and talk to us?
Howdy.
We're gonna have you guys stay inside.
Yep. Stay inside.
We'll talk to you inside. We're gonna talk to you outside.
Okay.
I mean, it's his house. It would be better for us to go out, but
Well, it's
now we
cream of the crop.
Yeah, go ahead and go inside. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
I'm his wife.
I've been recording the whole time.
Yeah, you're good.
Your wife, him, okay? But we're gonna keep him inside. Right? We want to get his information. Just talk to him. Okay? Are you okay?
Hey,
with
y'all
that?
can come out of the car now.
Yeah, you guys can come out.
Okay, let's step inside. Let's
So sad.
All right. So I'm assuming you two are not living here. You're with the groups outside.
That's correct, absolutely.
If you don't mind, is there someone that can kind of hang out where I can talk to you and kind of figure out what's going on from your perspective?
Like, we can go outside.
Yeah, we
this
can
is
go
her
outside,
house.
or we can sit on the
No, I get that, but I just don't want to intervene and interrupt what's going on right there, right? That kind of makes sense. So I don't know if you guys want to just.
Well, unless you want to talk to her in the room or something, we can just sit out here.
I mean,
or
she
vice
was
versa.
really kind of.
Yeah, no, I mean, she
It's ultimately up to you, man. It's your house.
Yeah.
If you want to talk, me and you just somewhere else in the kitchen, maybe just kind of different room, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean,
I appreciate it.
we can-
You guys
we
want
can
to
just
hang
chill
out?
here? Yeah, we'll chill here. Well, I mean, we kind of do probably wait for this, so one second, wait.
Yeah, we'll sit in our chair.
Yeah. I'm gonna pause.
True, not true, or anything that you're aware of that maybe thinking back is concerning to you.
I mean, it's a concern, but this is the first time I'm hearing
Okay.
of any of this, because I never saw any of the other stuff.
Okay. So no one ever approached you. You never found a weird message that didn't make sense.
if you
or
mind
photo
if
that
I
didn't make sense, nothing like that.
grab a game in real quick?
No.
Grab a game from Warzone.
ID or something like that, or I can write your name down. But no message you can thank you every congratulations.
Wait, so is Warzone not a mode of Call? It's like its own separate game.
Yeah, it's like Battle Royale. It's like Fortnite,
Oh, okay.
but it's like Call of Duty style.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like
So it's
it.
like a free game then you can download. Oh, makes sense.
They just were having a knock on your door. How did it open?
Dude, did you ever play DayZ?
No, I played Ark.
Oh,
It's
Ark,
like Day-
Ark sucks.
I liked Ark.
I think Ark. I played it in high school. Can never get into it.
God, high school guy was like 30 years old. Damn it. No, Daisy I've heard is good, but I just never got into
Bro,
it.
there's a game on Roblox called Apocalypse Rising.
I hear you talk about it all the time.
Dude, by far the funnest video game I've ever played. Better than Madden. Dude, just so much fun, dude. 12 to 16 years old, every free hour of that was either football or Apocalypse Rising. Oh, she's giving out her phone number. Let's mute it.
get it.
It's a
People
part
should,
of me that just light bulb going off. Like
it's a lot. You didn't expect it to
I told
happen.
them when they first, like just a minute ago, right before you were, I'm like, well, I'm talking about getting everything off the phone. Like, are you you're not gonna like try to like get the information off our phones? Are you like some sort of big like shady?
Are you gonna
scam
mute
or
now?
something?
Nope. That's why we're here, right? That's why it's law enforcement's here to make sure everything's, no one's violating rights, everything is done properly.
You can unmute. Sorry.
So, what did he use to communicate? Just his phone? Did he have a laptop, anything like that? Just a cell phone? Okay. Does he have access?
So I have a laptop, but he never touches it.
Doesn't use it? Okay. Does he have a computer at all, like an iPad,
No.
anything? So just his phone. That's all.
Just his phone. The only thing he's ever on.
Have he said anything to you since everyone else arrived and it's kind of turned into a chaotic mess? He hasn't talked to you really at all?
No, not one-on-one.
Have he said anything kind of towards you out loud that you kind of remember or caught? Okay. Alright. So obviously we're going to talk to him. Obviously you're aware that these individuals made some allegations. You know, I'm not exactly sure all of them, right? We've only just briefly talked to them on the phone. We just kind of got here. So we'll discuss with them a little bit more. We'll discuss with your husband. I'll talk to my partners, the two outside. We'll kind of get an idea what's going on. And we'll give you a business card. We'll explain to you, our steps moving forward, what we're going to do.
No, for sure.
What's going on tonight? Why are we here?
So basically, we have a group where me and him each have a group where we catch online child across the country called Predator Poachers and Bikers Against Predators. And we're from Houston, Texas. He's from Indiana, but we have arrests in 47 states, convictions in 40, including here in Michigan and Washtenaw County, frankly. And basically, the way we usually do it is message us under the assumption that we're an underage kid on various apps, and this was one of those times. And Sean reached out to our 12-year-old decoy account, and this was on the app Meet24, and he had no qualms about the age or anything like that, and continued the conversation. And we moved over from Meet24 to Facebook, and on Facebook, since you could send disappearing messages, first on Meet24 or whatever he sends in the chat, he did send pictures on Facebook to us, and multiple times asked us, knowing we were 12 years old, try to offer money for nudes. Obviously, we wouldn't take any money from him. Obviously, we wouldn't send him any nudes, but the intent was there. And he also, like I said, sent his picture, said multiple times that I want you to suck my, and agreed to a meetup. We told him we lived in Illinois, unfortunately, but we kind of dropped that. We have a grandma that lives in Ann Arbor, so he's like, yeah, we should meet up. And we had a scheduled meeting at 12:30 noon today at the mall, but he backed out last minute. So, with all that being said, we were aware that he was talking to other decoys too from other groups. So we approached him today here, and he agreed to talk to us. We did let him know that it was voluntary to talk to us. He agreed to talk to us anyway. He's like, as long as law enforcement doesn't get involved. And we didn't give him really a yes or no answer on that. It was more so like, we think you're a good person, or we understand, and we we wouldn't be here if we didn't think you were a good person. We want to address it with you. Basically giving him like non-answers, but just kind of to reassure him that everything's going to be fine. And during our conversation, which I can play clips of that for you, he admits to buying about $300 worth of child in the past couple months via getting gift cards. So basically, there's no paper trail of money being exchanged. The seller asks them to buy a gift card, and in return, they sell nudes between the ages of 12 and up, he said. Yeah. And he's also been in groups on this app called Telegram, where he's seen video. He described a video of what he said were two 5-year-old girls basically each other that he's viewed on Telegram. And I asked him if he's viewed anything lower than that, and he said no. And he did say that even yesterday there was a 14-year-old girl, or a purported 14-year-old girl, that sent him a nude photo on this app called Meet24 that we talked to him on. And he said that he would buy the child on WhatsApp, and that every time it was sent to him, it would save to his phone, but he kind of beats and deletes, for lack of a better term, goes to his gallery, that he deletes it. And he did say that he does to those photos when he buys them, and I believe that's his phone right there. We have not touched it at all.
Yep.
We haven't not put our hands on it. I promise. We have it all filmed, and these messages there, and I'll show you everything digitally as well. But those messages are him blatantly soliciting a 12-year-old girl for offering dudes. I believe, and we've had luck in Michigan with this, accosting a minor for immoral purposes, and I'm sure the phone will be probably more charged than that. So
right, okay. So I'll have my partner talk to you a little bit more. He'll probably take some. We'll see if we want to take the paper copies, if we want to document the phone itself.
That just light bulb going off like I
It's a lot. You didn't expect
like
it to
I told
happen?
them they first when like just a minute ago right before you were around like I'm talking about getting everything off the phone. Are you guys serious? Like yeah, I'm gonna try to like get them information off our phones. Are like some sort of big like shady
Are you gonna
scam
mute
or
them?
something?
Nope. That's why we're here, right? That's why law enforcement's here to make sure everything's, no one's violating your rights and everything is done properly.
You can unmute.
So, what does he use to communicate? Just his phone? Does he have a laptop, anything like that? Just his cell phone? Okay, so he has
So I have a laptop, but he never touches it.
Okay, does he have a computer at all? So just his phone, just that's all.
Just his phone. The only thing he's ever on.
Have you said anything to you since everyone's arrived and got you into a chaotic mess? He hasn't talked to you really at all?
No, not one-on-one.
Have you said anything kind of towards you out loud that you kind of remember or caught? Alright. So I'm just going to talk to him. Obviously, you're aware that these individuals made some allegations. You know, I'm not exactly sure all of them, right? We've only just briefly talked about it on the phone. We just kind of got here. So we'll discuss them a little bit more. We'll discuss with your husband. I'll talk to my partners, the two outside. We'll kind of get an idea what's going on. And then we'll give you this start. We'll explain our step moving forward, what we're going to do. And we'll kind of deal with it.
All right, what's up, guys? Be sure to sub to locals in the pinned comment. We do travel the most and cash is sickest. And be sure to sub to BAP, Bikers Against Pred, in the pinned comment as well. We'll be having his channel there. He just moved over from Facebook to YouTube, finally, despite me telling him for over a year to do it. But we're finally glad he came to his senses. And, of course, if you want to see the scene inside where there's a lot of crying and there may or may not have been a knife pulled, that's going to be on locals because we're on YouTube. So, yeah, $10 a month in the pinned comment.
If you want to get ad-free access of our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.